Guys, it is Izzy and welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Razer Basilisk Essential and why I think this mouse is kinda underrated in today's world. If you do end up enjoying this video, please hit the like button, and to support the channel, please subscribe. If you have any just recommendations for any gaming mice, then definitely put that in the comments and I'll definitely scroll through to look at them, because I feel like this Razer Basilisk Essential is really underrated, especially in the just gaming mice side. I feel like it's really underrated because a lot of people despise Razer. Getting into why I think this mouse is pretty good is I see this mouse as a pretty affordable, nice gaming mouse coming at around 45 Australian dollars, which to me, I think that is a reasonable price with a clutch button, 2 sides buttons. So in all, just all together, it has 3 side buttons. You get the DPI up to 6400, which is really nice, and it has its own software where you can just play around with the software. But going through the DPI, you can actually set presets, so you can have up to 5 presets, different DPI, so it can go from ranging from 100, 200, 1000, 2000, 5000 DPI. So whenever you'd like to switch between the 5 presets, you just have to click the DPI button and scroll through. To let you guys know, it is a right-handed mouse, so there's different types of mouse. There's your left-handed, and then there's your right-handed, and then there's your ambidextrous mice. And the ambidextrous mice are mostly the ones which you can use either way, left hand or right hand. So for example, the Razer Viper Ultimate or Razer Viper line by Razer, the gaming mice, it has 2 side buttons on each side. By getting through to the quality, I really do think it's pretty decent for 45 bucks, and if you can even get it for around 30 Australian dollars. And I think the build quality isn't the best, but it isn't the worst. It kind of is mid. If you'd like to put it through a tier list, I would say I'd put it through a mid tier list, and it's pretty nice with just like tiny details like a braided cable, which I really think is something that a lot of other companies might ignore. Some companies might ignore the braided cable, which I think really helps, especially as the wire quality on gaming mouse without the braided cable is absolutely horrible. I've seen on other gaming mices where the wire just tears up and it just really isn't great, and it doesn't last for a long time, which isn't ideal for a gamer. Going through, I think the downsides of this mice is that it's too small. So especially with my hands, I have pretty big hands as you guys can see, and I think this mouse is a bit too small for me personally, and it really is not the best for people with big hands. But I see people with small hands, if you can get this mouse, and it's definitely great, but people with big hands, it isn't the best. I feel like it just is a bit too small for my hand personally, but it might be the right fit for your hand even if you have a big hand, but it is a small mouse. Honestly, I think this mouse is a bit too light because it comes at around 95 grams, and looking at other mices, I think it depends on the person and like what they want, because I've seen a lot of people who are like, yeah, I love this mouse because it's really light, or I love this mouse because it's really heavy. I've seen a tendency in Valorant players or Valorant just professionals, esports players, that they have light mouses. But yes, indeed, it is a light mouse. It's not on the heavy side, not like the G502 where you can actually change out the like weights and grams, but this is, yeah, a light mice. Looking into the Razer Synapse, it isn't the best, but it isn't the worst. I personally think it's a pretty simple and easy to understand software for just managing RGB on your mouse. So indeed, the mouse does have a bit of RGB, so the logo is the only piece of RGB. So this mice, the Razer Basilisk Essential, this is just one out of the Basilisk line. So there's the Razer Basilisk Wireless, the Razer Basilisk Standard, and the Razer Basilisk Chroma with the Razer Basilisk Essential. So I think the biggest thing about this mouse is the function paddle. So the function paddle is a way of just, it's like a separate button really, if you'd like to call it that, a button that you can macro or just bind to anything, which is really nice. So if you'd like to maybe bind it to your zoom in button or something, then yeah, you can use that. Like, I feel like it's pretty satisfying, I won't even lie, it is satisfying, but to me personally, I do not use it at all, barely use it, so I don't really see it as a big thing. But that's one thing, I guess you would say. The difference between other mices, this mice is it just has the paddle, which I think is a really cool feature, don't get me wrong. And I have seen people use the paddle in a really just creative way, which I have never seen. So I think this paddle is pretty good. I personally don't use it, but I think it's a good addition to the mice. When it comes to just gaming with this mice, I really do enjoy. So by what I mean enjoy is I think this mice really is pretty nice, and I think it does a really good job at just doing the things right, but also not breaking the bank. So being $45 is a really, really good price, and I think it's alright. I think it's, I sound delusional. I sound like a hypocrite because I just said it was good and I said it's bad. But in my opinion, I think it's a decent mice. And what I mean by decent is it's not the best quality. It might not have the best features. It might not have the best customization option, but I think for the money, it does what it's supposed to be doing. And if you are looking for a mice under 50 bucks, then definitely consider looking at the Razer Basilisk Essential, because I think that would be a great pick for you. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel, and that would help me so much. And yeah, I will catch you in my next video.